Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with third down looming. Now it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big pick up there on the scramble.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Flushed out right. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Dance into his and a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. They set up the screen to Penny. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
So 4th down, Wilson goes to the sidelines, and on comes Jason Myers for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Jackson. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Jackson now. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He could also be a weapon downfield as well.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaching.
And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Forced out to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. It's caught, Lockett. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Buying time to his left. Touchdown, Seahawks. Gerald Everett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 10-7. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second down and 3. To throw is Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And some room to roam now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. It's taken a while for this offense to get going, a little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now Wilson steps away. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Steps away to his left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Officially no gain on the sneak, kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. Wilson on the keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. On the return is Duvernay. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker. From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And Jackson throwing once more. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.